Hello everybody and welcome back to the series where I let Will decide which money making method I shall use until I make enough to afford my Hyperion. I know it's been a while since my last upload as I have been very busy with family responsibilities and I decided to take a short break from Hypixel Skyblock to focus on other things. But don't worry guys, I'm probably, let's hope so, going to go back to my regular uploading schedule until I move to college again. And I think it'll instead of being every 3 days ish, it might be once a week. So I'll just keep you guys notified of any future changes. And yeah, let's get this video started. Without a further ado, let's start this video off with a good money making method. And the money making method is from farming. Well, farming has always been a decent money making method as it is very consistent and it's as consistent as mining. That doesn't mean it generates as much money, but it is very consistent. And the crop is pumpkins. I am very interested to see how much I make from pumpkins, and let's get right into it. This is my pumpkin setup. As you can see, I have 3/4 mossy fermental, recombed, and perfect gemstones. My rancher's boots are not recombed yet and still need perfect gemstones, and Gamasi reforge. This is my equipment. This is my pumpkin dicer 3.0, as you can see here. And I'm also using a mushroom cow pet in order to generate the most amount of money possible. And currently I have 1,268 farming fortune. Actually, give me a second. I can also call up Maxwell. I'm gonna change my magical power real quick into hurtful, forceful, and change all of this into strength. Okay, so right now I have 1,283 farming fortune and 120 pumpkin fortune. So let's get this started. To improve upon my pumpkin farming setup, my pumpkin dicer 3.0 needs perfect gemstones and the bountiful reforge as that gives you the most amount of coins. My equipment still needs recoms and green thumb 5. My rancher's boots needs perfect gemstones, a recom, and the mossy reforge from overgrown grass. My pumpkin crop upgrade is not max, so I'm missing some farming fortune there. I can also use the Harvest Harbinger potion for an extra 50 farming fortune. I am also not max farming level, so I'm also missing farming fortune there. Like always, you can get an extra 200 farming fortune from Pest Hunter Philip. Last but not least, I'm missing some Ania upgrades, which will increase my farming fortune. This is everything I can think of to improve upon my melon farming setup, and let's see how much I make. This is everything I managed to get in that 1 hour of pumpkin farming. And you have to sell all of these crops to the NPC if you want to generate the most amount of money. And I made 8k from my enchanted pumpkins, 330k from my enchanted brown mushrooms, the same with the enchanted red mushrooms, 1.4 million coins from my squash, and 10.8 million coins from my polished pumpkin. In total, I made around 12 1.9 million coins, which is, I'm pretty sure, the best crop I've done so far in terms of money. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, and let's move on to the next money making method. Let's hope my second money making method will be as good as my first one. Now let's spin this wheel to see how, which money making method I shall use. And the money making method is combat. Let's just hope it's not going to be Revenant Slayers and actually another unique combat money making method that I haven't used yet. So let's spin this wheel and see which one it shall be. And it's Sven Slayers. Well, this will be interesting, and I'm really curious to see how much I'll make from it. This is my Sven Slayer setup. As you can see, I have full sorrow armor, and this is the equipment that I normally have for my Slayers. And the pet I'm using to spawn in the Slayer boss is the Hound pet, as it gives the most combat XP against wolves. And the weapon I'm using is my Shadow Fury, and I'm also going to, switch with pet rule with a fishing rod to a black cat and then Daedalus axe swap to get a bonus magic finder. And yeah, that's about it. And let's get this started. To improve upon my Sven Slayer setup, I need more combat wisdom and magic find, which can be brought about by having a full Crimson armor with Magic Find 10, Variant 10, as it gives the same amount of Magic Find as Sorrow armor, but it also provides the extra combat wisdom. I would also want 3 pieces of equipment with the Magic Find 10 and Variant 10 attributes as well. Like always, my Daedalus axe needs the Chimera 5 ultimate enchant in order to get the most amount of pet stats possible. The pet I need to get is a level 200 Golden Dragon, as it provides the most magic find in the game. Luckily, I'm doing Sven Slayers during Mere Aatrox, which will greatly increase the amount of money I make. That is about everything I can think of in order to improve upon my Sven Slayer setup. And yeah, let's see how much money I make. This is everything I managed to get in that 1 hour of Sven Slayers. Let's start this off by stating the amount of coins I lost doing a Slayer. I lost around 1.4 million coins by doing a Slayers. I made around 22k in furballs. I made around 135k in spirit runes. 1.9 million in hamster wheels, and 2.3 million coins from wolf teeth. I also managed to get 2 critical 6 books, but they literally sell for nothing. And I made around 3 million coins from that 1 hour Sven Slayers, which is not that great if I'm honest with myself, but at least I didn't lose any coins. Now it's time to move on to the last money making method in this video. Like always, I'm going to spin this wheel to see which category that money making method shall be. And that category is combat once again. I hope it's going to be a different combat money making method. because I'm kind of tired of doing all the Slayers. And let's see which one it shall be. And it's Revenant Slayer once again. I really am not excited to do this, but let's see how much I make. Like always, this is my Revenant Slayer setup. It's just a Crimson setup you've all known, the same equipment. The one thing I've changed is now I have a ghoul pet, and the reason why I'm using a ghoul pet instead of the wolf pet I've been using is because it gives more combat XP against zombies. Sadly, it's not level 100, so I don't get a max like 1.5 times combat XP against zombies. But this should make it, a bit faster, and I will, get more slayers, done in this 1 hour. And it's also mere Aatrox, which would most definitely, I not definitely, which will guarantee that I at least make more money than I did last time, as I have higher magic find, and the Slayers cost half of its ordinary price. So yeah, let's get this grind started and see how much I make. To improve upon my Revenant Slayer setup, I already mentioned the armor sets and the equipment I need during the Sven Slayer talk, so I'm not going to repeat that here. I also mentioned how I need Chimera 5 on my Daedalus axe and the Golden Dragon pet. The last thing worth mentioning is that I still need to get my Ghoul pet to level 100 in order to get a bit more combat wisdom from the zombies. That's about it, and I really am curious to see how much money I make it with Aatrox. So yeah. This is everything I managed to get in about 1 hour of Revenant Slayers. To start things off, I'm going to tell you guys how much I lost doing the Slayers. I lost around 4.3 million coins, and I made 6k from my Golden Powder, 10k from my Behead of Horror, 10k from my Revenant Catalysts. Actually, no, 10k from my Undead Catalysts, and 17k from my Revenant Catalysts. From the, Pestilence rune, I made around 32k. From my Snake rune, I made around 50k. From my Revenant Flesh, I made around 232k. And from my Foul Flesh, I made around 1.6 million coins. And my Revenant Viscera, I made around 2.3 million coins. And last but not least, from my Scythe Blade, I made around 9 million coins. I also dropped 3 Smite, 6 books, which also sells for nothing. And I made around 9 million coins, which is honestly not bad considering it's from Revenant Slayers, which I usually lose around like 4 million coins from doing them. So yeah. Okay guys, for a recap, in today's video I made around 12.9 million coins from pumpkins, 3 million coins from Sven Slayers, and 9 million coins from Revenant Slayers, for a grand total of 24.9 million coins, which is pretty good. It's not the worst, not the best, pretty average. And I have one more thing to announce. So far in this series, I made 277 million coins. You know what that means? That means I can buy one of the scrolls that I need. I only need 2 scrolls left, which is Implosion and Wither Shield, as I already have Shadow Warp and a Necron's Handle. So let's buy my Wither Shield. And I'm going to see if by the next video this buy order will, be filled or not. And that's about it. And I hope you guys enjoy this video and tune in next time. Bye. If you made it this far into the video and like what you see, I hope you can like and subscribe in order to support me on this series. Also click this video in order to see the previous part of this series.